next number, we want to represent the number root 5, which is an irrational number, on the number line. Now, you know that we have to express the radicand. What is radicand? A number written inside the radical sign. Which one is called as radical sign? This sign is called as the radical sign. So I want to express the radicand, in this case 5, as the sum of the squares of two numbers. And they must be rational numbers. Okay? Why should they be rational? That we will see later on. First of all, let's see, can we express 5 as the sum of the squares of two numbers? May or may not be rational in different ways. Check it. We can write 5 as square of root 3 plus square of root 2. Let us check whether it is right or wrong. What is the square of root 3? 3. Square of root 2? 2. So thus, whatever I have said that 5 can be written as sum of the squares of these two numbers is correct. But if you recollect the theory, we want both the numbers to be rational. Is this a rational number? The root 2 I am talking about. No. Is root 3 a rational number? No. So, though this is correct, that is 5 is equal to sum of the squares of these two numbers, neither root 2 nor root 3 is a rational number. I will not consider this as the correct way of expressing the radicand as the sum of the squares of two numbers. Hopefully all of you have understood this part. Okay. Now, so let's see that can we express 5 in a different manner which will satisfy our requirements. What is our requirement? Our requirement is this number as well as this number both should be rational. So I have to express 5 as the sum of the squares of two numbers, but not just any two numbers, both should be rational. Think it. You can easily get it. If I express it as 2 square plus 1 square, what is 2 square? 4. 1 square? 1. 4 plus 1? 5. So yes, I have to express 5 as 2 square plus 1 square. What exactly is the reason? Both these 2 and 1 are rational numbers. The rest of the part you all know. We have to consider the scale. Now students, remember, if your teacher gives you different scale, you can use that scale also. Okay, it depends on your school teacher. So the first step, obviously draw the line. So here it is. I'm going to draw one line. You name it as say L. Usually you are going to use the italic letter. Take a point O on it. And now from this point O, I'm going to cut an arc equal to either this distance, that is 2, or this distance, that is 1. What is our scale? The scale is 1 unit equal to 3 centimeter. So if my scale is saying 1 unit equal to 3 centimeter, to represent 2 units, what is the distance that I will have to consider? The distance that you will have to consider is double of 3, that is 6 centimeters. So check it. I will represent the number 2 now by placing the compass pointer at O and taking the distance equal to 6. I hope everybody has understood why this should be 6. So from point O, cut an arc and name it as A. I'm repeating this step once again. Please check it. So here it is. My scale will come. The distance 2 is to be represented. So now I'm going to take the distance equal to 6 and then I'm going to place this compass pointer at O and I'm going to cut the arc and the name will be A. Hopefully you have understood why this distance should be 6. Okay. Since we are representing 2, 1 unit का मतलब 3 centimeter होता है. To represent 2 units, we have to take the distance as 6. Now, at point A, we will have to draw a line which will be perpendicular to this given line L. So, let's see that. So, at point A, draw a ray which is perpendicular to line L. So, from A point, by taking some suitable distance, cut one arc on the left, one on the right with the same distance. Afterwards, increase the current distance. So increasing it, and from X cut one arc, repeat it from Y, name it as some, say Z, and draw the line passing through A and Z. I'm repeating it once again. So I'm just going back. I'll place the compass pointer at any point, at A. From A, I'm going to cut some arc with some distance, say 2. Repeat it and cut it on the right hand side. Now increase the current distance. Check it. I'm going to increase it. I'm increasing it. And from X, cut one arc with the same distance, cut another arc from Y. Name the point as Z. Draw the line. So what is this line? Line perpendicular to the given line L, that is original line passing through A. We have already represented the distance 2. Now we have to represent the distance 1. So what are we going to take? The distance will be 1 unit equal to 3 cm. So from A, cut an arc of the distance equal to 1, which in turn should be equal to 3 cm, because this is our scale. So here is the distance 3 cm. Place the compass pointer at A, cut the arc and name it at, say, point B. So though this distance is 3, but we are going to represent it as 1. Now obviously join the points O and B to complete your triangle BAO. Here is your triangle, which is a right angle triangle. And the moment I see the right angle triangle, I need to apply the Pythagoras theorem. So in the triangle BAO, which is a right angle triangle, I have to apply the Pythagoras theorem. What does it say? Square of the hypotenuse. How to get the hypotenuse? This side opposite to right angle. So iske samne wali side, this is right angle. OB is the samne wali side, which should be called as the hypotenuse. So OB square is equal to OA square plus AB square. Substitute the values. OA is equal to 2, AB is equal to 1. 2 square is equal to 4, 1 square is equal to 1. So the addition of these two numbers obviously will be equal to 5. But this is the value of OB square. I need OB. So taking square root on both the sides, the square root of this will be OB, that of 5 will be root 5. In short, this distance OB is equal to root 5. What I'm going to do is, I'll keep the compass pointer at O, stretch the other leg up to B, check it. So now I'm going to place my compass pointer at O. I'm going to stretch the other leg up to B, so that the distance between the two legs will be equal to OB, which is equal to root 5. So the distance between OB being root 5, when I take the distance between the two legs, this is root 5, cut the arc, name the point at C. This distance OC is equal to root 5, and thus the point C, which will now have the coordinate as root 5, is nothing but the representation of the number root 5 on the number line. And already we have discussed in your previous video also, this 3 cm and this 6 cm will not be shown in your final diagram. Okay, so we'll never write it. It was just for your understanding purpose. Hopefully both the examples you have understood. The previous one was root 2 and the current one is root 5. We are going to see few more videos also for some other numbers. Hopefully you have understood this, and just by going through the video, you also should try solving it or drawing it on the paper.